There you go.
So far,
Sun killed 190.
our plan is breakfast.
I think
I like
yep.
that.
Let's do it.
All right.
That's easy.
Good talk, everybody.
Yeah, 100% chance of rain, 10 to noon, 10 to 2.
Dude, we got 2
1
hours.
p.m. to 3 p.m.
Guys, good morning. Let's be honest. Good afternoon. It's noon. We woke up this morning to torrential rainfall, so we went to have breakfast and made some game plans. But according to these guys, when the woods are wet like they are because it rained all night, birds will dry themselves and come out to these big open fields because they're not getting tripped on, and it's a little drier out here. So we've been driving around, just spotted our first tom, and we're gonna go make a move on it. Let's meet the characters. We got Warbs back with us. We ditched Trent, or Trent ditched us and went home. We got Mr. Mark Boardman from Vortex. You ready, buddy? You look pretty ready. I'm freaking pumped. You look like a killer. This is ridiculous. Let's go. Let's get wild on it. Are you excited, Luke? I'm stoked. Hey, this is amazing. Yeah. We spotted a male bird. Do I look strange talking through this? No, dude, you look like an assassin. Oh, nice. Right now if I don't move. He's the one that's been gobbling, isn't it? I think.
I tried popping over that hill with that fan to make sure that he didn't see us and spook, because I wanted to get eyes on him and see what he was doing. And he obviously didn't like it. It's either that or there's other turkeys that entered the field up there. You notice he wasn't answering me either. He was just gobbling kind of on his own. Sometimes the decoy thing works, sometimes it doesn't. I kind of wish we wouldn't have done it. I mean, as soon as I crested the hill the first time, I saw him and I called and his head changed color and he started walking towards us. I figured he was going to walk right up here. But apparently and then he gobbled again.
Guys, I think not only in hunting, but any time in life, when you start counting your chickens hatched, some things go awry. And so sure enough, we came up here from the road and glassed this tom up. He was by himself. And we were like, oh man, it's a perfect setup. We're gonna get to this corner. He's gonna be over the rise. You can't see us. We get all set up, call him, they'll come in. What is that thing? Oh, a raccoon. And we were all high-fiving and knuckling, you know, thinking we're finally gonna get a tom on the ground. And he didn't want nothing to do with us. He wanted nothing to do with our setup.
Just gonna give him a little bit of time, hang loose here, and then start soft, get a little louder, hopefully they'll gobble down there. Seems like a pretty likely place for them to be down that bottom right now, if they're not up on top.
Got a new member of the team today. Picked up Eric.
Hey guys.
Hi friends. The storm rolled through pretty heavy last night. Rained a lot this morning. So we went and got breakfast as a big group. And now we're cruising around. There's a gap between thunderstorms of probably a few hours. So our tactic today is going to be looking for the open fields. I guess that's kind of where they like to go when it rains or after the rains. Zach's trying to strike one up now. If we don't get anything here, we're gonna just keep looking in fields until we find one and go make a move. It's our last day to hunt. So far, Sam's the only one that's killed a turkey, and it was a freaking bearded hen, if you can believe that.
Just like we drew it up when we roped up all you guys into coming up here. Hey guys, it'll be great. We'll hunt for 4 days. We'll have a bearded hen, and we'll all be overtired and underslept.
There.
Hey, hey. Hey, come back. Don't be spooked. We got birds. No.
She saw the truck pull up and she's like, nope, I better get out of here. This isn't safe for me.
She was so busy up to that moment she realized what was going on.
So the plan was, the last bird we found didn't want to play the game, so we're just covering country, just driving, trying to find birds in fields. We just found a mature tom up in the head of this field. We're gonna go do the same thing, guys. Time and pressure. If we apply enough pressure over time, it will happen.
If we get around there and start the fan process, because this thing's got hens, I doubt he's just gonna come to us, but he might. If we get out there and start with this, me and Case are gonna have to crawl out into this clover, and you're gonna have to just film from the shadows, okay?
I'll get stationed up and just stay there.
Okay. Just make sure you can see high enough.
It's just we're right on the edge of this field and everything in there is too thick to get in the trees and sneak up. Me and Mark are posted up right here.
where you guys last saw. I don't know if we're gonna be able to film the shot if there is a shot. We just don't dare sneak along the grass and blow this opportunity. We've worked too hard. So I think we're just gonna kind of stay here and hope for a shot, I guess.
There's just so many eyes out there with those 3 hens and that Tom. Aaron and Casey have the advantage of the fan. You know, you can crawl behind that fan. We don't have anything like that. Even I'd be worried even a little bit about, you know, just parting the grass or seeing, you know, you start doing that if your back sticks up just a little bit. I'd imagine you look like a coyote or some other predator that's just gonna spook them and have them take off. So it's been cool. I mean, hopefully you guys got to see that Tom over there, and you're hopefully sitting in as much suspense as we are right now, because we have no idea what's going on either, and it's absolutely killing me.
We're right along there with you guys. We don't know what's happening just around this corner, but there's no way we can sneak over there without a fan. I heard him calling again and a gobble, so hopefully his shot goes off. That'd be nice.
Got one coming.
And
Dude, look at all the birds in there. Look at all the birds. I think I hear them flopping.
they just shot. They just shot and a hen flew over our head. And then we heard some like flopping. I'm sorry you guys couldn't see that, but there's absolutely no way we could have snuck around over there. They had a fan and they, dude,
that was so sick. There were so many birds down there. I was hoping that was a freaking gobbler coming by.
Dude, if that was a gobbler,
like
you could have
10
smoked.
feet. Oh my gosh, guys. There was a ton of birds down there. They all went up in the dimmer. Like I said, I heard that one. It sounded like one was flopping over there.
They're talking.
we're gonna go check it out.
Oh, I can't believe it happened.
Okay, so what exactly happened?
So we saw this Tom, and he had 3 hens at the time on this hill, and we're like, oh man, if we can get permission, we'll go kill that thing. He was strutting. It was ready, as they call it. Got permission from the kid. We came up here, snuck up on top. They were right here still. Called a few times, didn't want nothing to do with the call, and then we tried fanning him, and his hens were up in front of him. He was just following. His 3 hens got up into the corner, and then he followed slowly, and he kept turning around and looking back. We were crawling right behind the fan. And then I saw 3 more hens come down into the corner. They ran up and joined them, and I think that's what caused them to do something different. But all of a sudden, they turned, and Warb said, they're coming, man, get ready. And the hens came running low, and here he came right behind him. I thought he was a little bit further, but
I was like, Casey, he was getting ready and he was getting his gun up, and these hens are like at 25 yards. I'm like, Casey, you can't move, because if one of those busts us, she's gonna take off running the other way.
If they get to where the hens were, that had that bush in front of me, I wasn't gonna be able to see
once I looked over
the
there.
pin. But he came out perfect, and Warb's like, get ready, I'm gonna stop him, just like elk hunting. And he turned at one point and just looked straight up at us with his fan out. I was like, whoa. But I hit him a little bit low.
Whoa.
But it's a big mature bird, I think.
An old turkey. He was, I mean, we don't fan usually, you know, if we're on public land or something, but we're on private land where nobody else can hunt. And he's got a bunch of hens. This is your last day. And I was like, man, if he's got a bunch of hens, he's a boss bird. Maybe he'll come to that fan. Well, we crawled in through there, and he kept looking at it, and he would gobble at me when I would call to him some. But those hens saw it and started running to the corner of the field. So I was like, the heck with this. So I put the fan away, and we just crawled the last 40, 50 yards. Yeah, we just belly crawled through that tall grass along the edge. And then we got up in here, and I kept peeking out of the corner. I'm like, they haven't left the field. They just went up into the far corner. Like, they don't want to be around that other turkey, that fan. I'm like, we'll just put that away, and they're going to probably work back out here. And then I peeked up, and I saw a hen walking back down out of that corner. I'm like, uh-oh, they're gonna do it. And then they started running down this edge.
You definitely called those other birds.
Oh yeah, they were yelping and answering me up there.
Dude, if that hen that flew right by us would have been a Tom,
Dude, literally.
out of the air,
They fly, I didn't even see what they
It was
did.
like 5 feet above us.
Birds exploded from every. Dude, we had like 3 come this way. We saw more come that way, and that one literally cased 10 feet. Like, dude, it was like
That thing's a
perfect
hanger,
passing
bro.
shot.
Yeah, look at those.
Oh my gosh, dude.
How big are those?
1.25 inches, not more. It's an old turkey, man.
That's a big bird, man. Holy mackerel.
Look at his beard.
Yeah,
Don't
his
look too
beard
close.
is like a freaking.
How long is
An
that?
11-inch beard.
No way.
Bro,
I don't even care. I was shooting jakes. I don't care.
was it all worth it?
So worth it. I kept thinking in my head, I was like, we were crawling, and I had sweat dripping off me because it's so humid, and I had this hood on because I forgot my face mask. I was just dripping sweat, and I kept thinking, there's been a lot of frustrating parts on this hunt. I said, but then I was like, you know what? If it happens, I'm glad it's been this way. I'm glad it's been super hard, and you know, it. Like I said earlier, just kept putting the pressure on, and over time, and something's got to happen, and it finally did.
Pounds?
Like I said, I'm happy I got a bird, but I mean, I'm always happy when you shoot a mature old one, but I was to the point where I wanted to take some turkey home.
You are now, brother.
That is bad. There is a lot of meat on a turkey. Most birds, it's like, you do it, but you're like, yeah, it's a waste of time even trying to pull the legs off. Like a chucker or a hun. Say that's worth it. Well, guys, we appreciate you guys following along, like always. This is something that was very new to us. You know, we've turkey hunted a lot. Brian obviously went to North Carolina this year and killed a couple nice eastern birds, but for us to go on a hunt like this, a really cool collaborational hunt with some of our favorite people that are doing the same thing we're doing. One of our sponsors who we absolutely love, Vortex. It's been a blast. We worked our butts off. I was telling Boardman this earlier. I was like, you know, when it finally happened, it's been 3 days of rough turkey hunting. If you guys don't know who Hunting Public is, you should go follow them. But they do a turkey tour every year. They're just wrapping that up now, but I can't remember how many states they've hunted turkeys, but they've been hunting turkeys basically for the last month and a half. And I would say they're probably some of the most knowledgeable turkey hunters there are out there. And we just weren't killing birds. It's just how it was. The weather, the attitude of the birds, whatever it was. We were on birds, just weren't killing them. So it's been tough. We've hiked a lot. Like, turkey hunting is not just going and sitting in a blind. And it can be if that's what you want. But we choose to go and try to call them on the public land or on private if we get permission. And we've been hiking 6 to 8 miles a day. Anyway, so I was telling Boardman, I said, I'm glad it went down that way. I'm glad it was super tough for 3 days and it finally happened, because it made me just appreciate this trip that much more and appreciate this meat that I'm gonna fly home to my family and everything that it included. So thanks for watching, guys. We are headed out now. I'm just cleaning this bird up, gonna get it on some ice, and then we'll be back to our families tomorrow. If you guys haven't, please go subscribe. It helps us out. And if you want to watch the Hunting Public or Born and Raised videos they did on this hunt, click here. You can go watch them.